try this again. Good afternoon. Welcome on in for another episode of From Day One. The courtroom hijinks are back, this time with both Mike from Law Talk with Mike and Deborah Davis, prosecuting attorney over at Judge Middleton's court, to be along with us for the ride on this one. We're going to start real quickly, though, with an appetizer, a Karen in court. Mike, bring it away.
Somebody get this ham sandwich out of my court. Karens are delusional.
She was down on the floor crying in a prone position, yelled at the judge for banging his gavel. He's banging his gavel! He's banging his gavel! Oh my dear God. Yeah, Mike, I would agree. That would be a nice appetizer. Oh dear bloody hell. Alright, and of course we will have the main event just momentarily. He's just waiting for Deborah Davis to connect up with us, so that way we're all three together. As soon as we do have Deborah Davis with us, we will go to rock and roll. It should be here just momentarily. Now, what are you chuckling about, Mikey? Let's bring the audio back up on him. If I can.
I don't know. It was sent to me in Discord too, so I know that some of you have seen it, but it's also fairly fresh. I mean, this just happened like an hour or so ago, and it's so good I couldn't wait on it. Come on, Deborah Davis. Oh, yeah. And you know, if she does get on, we're gonna have audio issues. It's just part of it. We all know it's gonna happen.
We can live with her. She's good.
All right. I guess we're just gonna have to kick this thing off. I don't have any material.
Do you have her or not, Mikey?
All right. Well, we'll get it started. Hopefully Deborah shows up, although it's not that long. She might be feeding Mikey. Oh. No, I know she actually, well, I won't get into it. I know where she is. She's going to her office, but I don't know how long it takes to get there because, I've never been there.
Oh, you don't want to be in Judge Middleton's court?
I know. I feel bad. I didn't see Debbie today, but I did do my other premiere was out of 3B, and I did insert one of my favorite Deborah Davis clips in there as I have as is my habit today. So let's just keep that between us if she shows up. All right. The less she knows, the better. Honestly.
Da, da, da,
I don't see a docket notation noting that, but it's okay.
This judge, her name, I guess, is Judge Livingston, is fantastic. She handles it really well, but she is hilarious. She isn't trying to be, but she is. As this proceeds, your sovereign citizen is top left.
We called the case on May 4, but not everybody was present, so I didn't take any action, and I didn't specifically reset it. I took no action. So I don't know how it got back on the docket or any of that, but I mean, it wasn't by virtue of me setting it. It's really the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so let me just check one thing. I want to make sure I see an order in here related to the withdrawal of Mr. Ortega. So let me see if I can find that. I do see an order on a motion to withdraw filed in the court file on 4/14, allowing Mr. Ortega.
Yeah. This case might make her retire like today.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of the case.
Representation of opposing party. Okay, all right. Well, that's helpful. Okay, so and you said that there were temporary orders in place?
Yes, Judge. This case was mediated on temporary orders, and Judge Eliata entered those temporary orders on April 14th.
Interesting.
Okay, is there a setting on the merits yet?
No, not yet. Not yet, Judge.
All right. I'm getting a note that Deborah's going to show up here in a little bit, so I'm going to kill a little bit of time.
Okay.
For just a second. It's really about to start in earnest here. The other thing to look out for is the husband, who is fantastic. He maintains that expression pretty much the whole time, but he cracks a smile twice. You know, I mean, imagine this man is married to this woman. You haven't heard her really speak yet, but just imagine sharing a home with this woman.
With a Sov Cit?
And he is just sitting there letting it all go down, but you can just kind of tell he's coy, and he's just thinking, thank God I'm not doing this anymore. It is fantastic. All right.
Okay, has anybody raised any competency issues?
Yes, Judge. We have we filed a motion for further orders, and I would love to have that set. My goal was to have a setting today, not for today's date, but to reset on a date that we can hear the motion for further orders, and also whatever respondent is trying to have set.
Okay. This ought to be good.
In what way do you intend to try to raise, does your motion for further temporary orders raise issues of competence?
Actually, it does
Judge,
not. It just asks
back
for...
to all of questions.
Oh, no.
This is my property. I own the deed for the vessels in question.
For the vessels in
Look who's
question?
here!
Deborah Davis!
Deborah Davis. You know what? You're here just in time.
Oh, perfect.
Welcome on in, Deborah.
But in the beginning was just sort of preliminary. What this is this is a divorce matter. I'm going to hit the back button and see if I can go back 5 seconds, because that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Let me see if it does that.
You should be able to, Mikey.
But here's the background anyway. The top left, the woman is a sovereign citizen. Top right is the husband, who is just so happy to be done with this.
Yeah, he looks super thrilled right now.
So let's blow through this. I know you have a client coming. Thank you.
And the court has a record of it. I have owned these vessels since March the 31st.
Yeah.
There has been conspiracy with Ms. Alonzo and the court and the respective players in the legal fiction.
Players gotta play.
You are trespassing on my property.
So I'm really not. I'm not going to deal with your property in any way today at all. I'm not going to take away your property. I'm not going to do anything with your property. I'm not going to even. I'm not making any decisions about your property at all. None.
Yes, there'll be no boarding of the vessel.
No, not at all.
None.
So I don't dispute, and apparently no one else does at the moment, dispute whatever property interest that you might have. So that's not actually on the table for discussion today. No one is going to make any orders regarding your property. Your property is safe, because I'm not going to make any decisions about it.
The deceased vessel's name, the corporation fiction is in question. I own those vessels and they're trademarked.
Don't think
they're
anybody's
trademarked.
disputing that. No one.
They're trademarked.
Deceased vessel's name is in question.
And it's trademarked, Mike. Remember, trademarked.
Divorce. Did you say the deceased?
Yes.
Who knows what? I mean, they're going through divorce. There's probably some marital split of assets, right? But she's applying all these principles to that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's like it's good. And the judge is like, you can tell she's sharp as a tack. She's really good, but she I mean, what can you do?
No one is disputing that today, okay? No one is disputing what you're saying about that. But that's not the issue before the court today. The issue before the court today is your marriage to Mr. Van Gompel. And right now, I have some concern about whether or not you are able to adequately represent yourself related to the divorce. No one is taking away your property at all. So I want to be clear about that.
Oh, take it away.
Decisions about vessel.
Mr. Van Gompel there might be on Xanax, and I'm not making any accusations. I'm saying he might be, and if he was, I don't blame him.
I mean, if he had to deal with this on a 24/7 basis,
Yeah,
I would say.
He doesn't even break. He's just like, whatever. I'm not in the room. It's okay.
But
Or
you're
anything else.
an American state national. You look at my immunity papers that are on file with the court. This court has no jurisdiction over me or my son. The judge entered temporary orders on property that did not belong to him. I exercised my right of rescission. What is here in front of the judge today is a motion for summary judgment. And I have filed that motion. And I said, I am not here to settle it with Miss Alonzo. My flag is superior. And under the jurisdiction of the shipmaster, which I am, who offers
Shipmaster.
it, the litigation of the contract is resolved by the law of
Get
the
your shit
country,
together, lady.
of the origin of the contract.
I like that. The flag and the shipmaster. Those are some new ones, Mike.
And I am in the law of the land. I'm not in admiral law.
Does
So
she
you
have
need to
an
bring
inside
forth the
voice, or
contract right now.
What's that?
does she have an inside voice, or is it just a
No, I don't think so.
ship volume?
She's not just a subset, but she is angry.
Yeah, like very.
I mean, this poor
Wherever that
guy,
child is. Though.
this poor guy got this like when he said, what are we having for dinner? Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was no bueno.
Now,
It was muy non bueno.
or this case is dismissed.
Okay, very good. I appreciate your position. So I want to just, Miss Van Gompel, I have listened to you. Is there something else you want to say after telling me what you want me to do? You've told me what you want me to do. Is there something else you want to add?
Yes, Miss Livingston.
What else?
I mentioned I'm here by special divine appearance.
Divine appearance.
All my orders.
Yeah, you told me that. I was asking if there was something else you wanted to tell me.
My orders. And to put you on notice that you were made aware last week, and the reason you did not have a hearing is the plaintiff failed to provide me with the jurisdiction. And the court and you and Ms. Della DeWitt were all on the email, and it's all public record. And I have provided you with that affidavit, and I gave clear in writing instructions of how I would come with the jurisdiction.
I don't need to know about how you come, dear.
Alonzo, Mr. Van Gompel, everybody on that thread failed to provide it to me. And then I gave you the law, and that's an affidavit, and it's a matter of public record. It's done, Judge. Because if you have not been able to provide jurisdiction, you cannot proceed. You're required by the law,
Very different than proceeding.
constitutional law, to dismiss this case with extreme prejudice.
Extreme prejudice.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you, Miss Davis, what the hell is proceed with extreme prejudice?
Anything else?
Have you had one with extreme prejudice before?
Yeah.
Can I get that summary judgment, Your Honor?
I just want to know if you have any more argument, because then I get to let Miss Alonzo have some say, and then I get to have an opinion about
This
some
gets
things.
ugly
I just
right
want to
here.
know if you're finished before we move on. I want to make sure you've told me everything you want to tell me before we move on.
No, I'm not going to. I reserve my rights without prejudice. UCC 1308,
Oh, God.
and I am not going to be quiet.
Well, I'm not asking you to be quiet. I'm asking you to tell me if there's anything else you wish to say.
Yes, I want you to open the judicial file, and I want you to see the claim of the vessel, the paternity of life. We are flesh and blood, which flows through us, and we are sovereign, and nothing will stand between myself, my minor child, and the divine.
Okay, very good. All right, let me make a couple of
Okay.
things. One is that the hearing last week on May
Living human
4
beings,
was
living souls.
stopped, or
Gotcha.
no action was taken, as I mentioned earlier. The docket notation indicates that Ms. Van Gogh, or Ms. Tony was not present, and so we did not take any action at all. I didn't reset it. I didn't do anything. I have some concerns about the mental health and competency issues of Ms. Tony to proceed on her own behalf.
Oh, yeah.
It's not clear to me that she understands the nature of the
It's done.
proceeding.
There is no question
piece. I was very polite and let Ms. Alonzo say what she wanted to say. I'm going to ask for the same courtesy to be extended to me, please. Thank you.
I object.
No, I object. I object that you get to talk.
Please, thank you. So let me finish my thought here, which is that I have some concerns about whether or not she is capable of representing herself in the matter. Ms. Alonzo, I think what you'll need to do is research the issue and determine whether or not what next steps need to be taken with regard to the appointment of an ad litem or something else. I don't know. I'll leave it to you. But I'm not satisfied that Ms. Tony is able to appreciate that this is simply a divorce case. The motion for summary judgment and the divine appearance and the discussion about vessels are unusual in the context of a divorce.
How did she get unmuted?
And so I don't feel like she appreciates what is happening in the context.
I can actually answer that for both of you. Zoom has got a, unfortunately, negative little quirk in it that if, say, the head person of a Zoom call mutes you and then you disconnect from the Zoom call and then reconnect, you automatically become unmuted again.
Divine intervention.
I will not take any action today other than to ask you to provide plenty of notice on what you think the next steps are. But before substantive matters are heard, I think we need to get through this issue of her ability to understand the divorce, understand the court's jurisdiction with regard to the divorce in the state of Texas, based on the pleadings, and whether or not she needs to have representation.
I think they keep remuting her.
Even finish the divorce. He's mentioned the fact that...
Yeah, I think they're. Yeah, you're right. I'm just like, I didn't notice it the first time, but I think they're fighting back and forth. Like she's unmuting and muting.
It's like a mute war right now.
Yeah.
There is some property
Totally understandable.
that might be property of the marital estate, and I don't feel like we should take any action regarding the finality of the divorce, because if she does have an interest in some property, I would want to make sure that whatever her interest might be in that property is protected. And so I don't want her to be prejudiced in any way. I don't want Mr. Van Gompel to be prejudiced in any way either, but he has counsel. So I think you need to figure out what the next steps might be in that regard. But for purposes of today, I'll not take any action whatsoever, because I don't think I can.
Yeah.
It sounds like she, the wife, inherited a vehicle, probably a vessel. I'm sorry. It could be a boat. It could be a motor vehicle.
It's probably a house.
It's probably a house that she's calling a vessel. Anyway, when she's saying the decedent's vessel, that, and then when the judge is kind of talking about divorce mixed with some other property rights that she might have, I'm gathering that she inherited something, and maybe this poor guy is like, I don't want your deceased parent's vessel, just keep it, but she is going to harp on it and make everyone crazy around her.
Yeah, he just wants to get away. It was interesting to me that the judge just put it in her lap, which is fine. It probably is the appropriate procedure, but
I don't know. Is it really?
I wanted the competency, but is laying it on the attorney to do it.
Right. I feel like
What's
that
a petition
attorney's
brought or
probably saying, I did not get paid enough up front to do this, so no.
Yeah. The problem is, though, I've seen this time and time again. I don't think this woman is crazy. I think she's bought some crazy stuff, but I think she will pass a competency evaluation. This is what people don't understand.
For sure. Right. I mean, and I guess I don't know, for criminal competency, very high standard, basically. And I don't know what you would do for general competency.
When you think what they're doing.
Yeah, as long as they, even if they're totally wrong, if they can appreciate what they're doing and be able to conform their conduct during a court hearing, which that is where she's failing right now.
Yes, it's clear to me if she was represented, the husband's represented. If she was represented and you had two rational attorneys, they could go bang out these issues in about a half hour in a conference room, come back with an agreed order, and everyone would go about their day.
Right. Then honestly, at this point, this guy might just say, "Don't give her everything. Just get me divorced from her."
Yeah.
Potentially.
Oh yeah.
And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.
I am
We'll be in
confident.
recess for about 5 minutes.
I am confident you have no legal standing or lawful.
Legal or lawful.
Legal or lawful.
And then the poor attorney's like, oh God, I'm still stuck in here.
I hate like this, like everybody leaves because she won't. So like
Yeah.
the whole group member's just like, screw it, I'm out of here.
She's the only one on the Zoom call.
That's a pretty flag.
Yeah, she's got an American flag, but you see the color scheme's inverted. I don't know what that is, but
Interesting.
I
I
take
think
it as
that's her
American
sovereign
crazy.
divinity flag.
Yeah, some kind of. All right, well, I don't want to hold you up. Thank you so much. I will tell everybody. I text you. I gave you like no time, but I'm like, this is a hot clip, which it was, and I'm like, I want to do it with Deborah. So I'm like, can we do it? And you're like, well, I'm going to the office, but now I have to leave earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like squeezing this in right before an appointment, so you're welcome.
That's awesome. I know you got to go because you've got an estate client or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You know, the usual, just
All
like
right.
after work, fun time.
You are the best. We're doing a stream on your channel.
Yes.
Tomorrow?
Maybe.
Something.
I know. I need to do something. I know. I forgot.
Yes, you do.
Together. I
I
think
have a
we're
friend's birthday party tomorrow. It's like his 60th birthday party, and so I need to like go do that, and then depending on what time I get home, I'm a terrible planner. Maybe Friday. You probably have things for you. Have your thing Friday, which by the way, I finally watched your last Friday one. It's pretty nice. I enjoyed it.
Friday's just like Friday's fun because I like let it go longer, and then I'd like I might have cocktails. I'm not admitting to it, but I might.
I kind of surmised that.
You need some
from
cocktails,
when I was
Mike.
watching. But it was interesting. So I did appreciate it. So and
All right.
Gardner's good. Squishy Gardner.
You're on your channel though. You've been helping me out. You've been coming over when I have good.
Well, I know, and I'm a coattail rider. Like I need to do some of my own, but it's so much easier and more fun just like pop on when you guys are doing something. So
I know. I've been on Legal Bites doing the Deb Heard trial, and I'm like, thank God, because they're like handling everything. Like Alita, she's really cool over there, and I'm just like, this is really nice to just pop on here and just talk, you know?
Right. Like there's no planning. There's no need to do whatever. So that's how I roll. But it's been a very busy couple of weeks. So.
Thank you.
We'll do it. We'll put notices out, and it'll all work out.
Thank you both, Deborah Davis and Mike from Law Talk with Mike, for being along with us. We definitely appreciate both of you. And with that, we will bring Part A to a close. Of course, we'll have the Auditor Substance Karens in the evening, and of course, Art Bell in the overnight. Until then, like, share, and subscribe, be kind to one another, and release the Krakens as we march along here this afternoon from day one. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you tonight.